I'm all on my own today, but it's still time for the race room, and we have got a cracking show for you. We're talking birthdays, DJing F1 drivers, Formula E, cheating, and so much more. Let's get on with the show. It's news time, and in F1, we've all finally gathered that it's going to be Daniel Ricciardo for Red Bull in 2014, but now all the attention has turned to this lot, Ferrari, who is going to partner Fernando Alonso. Over the weekend, it was this guy that everyone was talking about, Nico Hülkenberg for Sauber. He qualified in 3rd position for the Italian Grand Prix, which was outstanding considering Sauber's performance so far this year. So everyone was saying he'd go to Ferrari over the weekend. Now the weekend's over, it's this guy, Kimi Raikkonen. They think he's going to be going to Ferrari. So if Kimi's going to Ferrari and Nico's not going to Ferrari, could he be going to Lotus? So then if Nico's at Lotus and Kimi's at Ferrari, who's going to be at Sauber? It's all very confusing, and silly season will continue, no doubt, so we'll have lots more about that. At the weekend, Sebastian Vettel took the victory for the Italian Grand Prix. That's his 5th win this year, and his 3rd at Monza. He won it back in 2008 for the first time for Toro Rosso, giving them their maiden victory. Fernando Alonso did his best to salvage 2nd place from a 5th position start. He actually was out-qualified by his teammate Felipe Massa, but the 2nd place put him on the podium and made the Tifosi go wild. They were loving it, those Italian fans and the Ferrari fans. Then this week, it's all about Formula E. They launched their prototype back in December in Rome, but this week they unveil their new car. Here you can see the Qualcomm branding on the side. They're going to be supplying the wireless recharging for the electric cars. And the series is due to launch next year for 2014, visiting 10 of the world's biggest cities. Then we move stateside for WTCC, World Touring Cars. Ben was there and he sent us this report.
So the World Touring Cars were at Sonoma for rounds 17 and 18 of the World Touring Car Championship, and I'm afraid not particularly exciting on track. Fantastic though around the Bay Area. You can see the Golden Gate Bridge just behind me, and it was a new winner, Tom Chilton, who won the 1st race of the weekend. The 2nd race of the weekend going to Honda and Gabriele Tarquini, and that means that Honda are the World Touring Car Manufacturers World Championship. But Muller hasn't won the championship yet. He has to wait for Japan in 2 weeks' time.
Staying in America, NASCAR got very heated over the weekend, with Michael Waltrip team being accused of deliberately manipulating the race result. It was this guy, Clint Boyer, who's accused of actually deliberately spinning to cause a yellow flag while Ryan Newman was in the lead. And actually, the biggest punishment of all has landed Martin Truex Jr., having to give over that race position to Ryan Newman. So he's lost his Sprint Cup place. And that's your news. After the race on Sunday out in Monza, we headed to Grid Club in Milan to check out Caterham's DJ Guido van der Garde. Have a watch of this. My favourite time of the week, it's tweets of the week. And I've not got Ben here to chat about them, so I'm going to do my best to explain what's going on. First tweet.
At Allo Official. This is our view from podium. Grazie mille.
This was incredible. I watched this from the media centre in Monza. Fernando stood on the podium and took a selfie looking back up the grid like that. I have never seen so many Ferrari flags in my life, but wow, he's going to have an amazing photo there to add to his collection. Next tweet.
At McLaren F1. At JENSON Button realises Martin Whitmarsh's rendition of Flying Without Wings is way off key.
So this was a McLaren 50 party that they hosted in the paddock over the weekend. And you can see Martin Whitmarsh giving a little speech, but it does look like JENSON thinks he's hitting all the wrong notes. Hope that's not indicative of anything. Next tweet.
At Grand Prix Dari. Oh dear, it appears some may have been taken in by my fake dog do. Sorry, Lewis Hamilton.
This is my favourite. I don't know if you can see, but just look under this guy's foot. Yeah, it looks like Roscoe has been misbehaving in the paddock. Hopefully Bernie Eccleston hasn't seen that, but I absolutely love that. Thank you, Grand Prix Diary. Next tweet.
At Cameron Twynham. Great time karting at pole position with at Ollie Milroy, at Alex Brundle, at Jolyon Palmer, at Adam Christou, at Sam Brabs, at Josh Hale-Drummond, at Roberto Astini.
This was our karting day that we did at Daytona Motorsport up in Milton Keynes yesterday with some amazing drivers. A lot of YouTubers came by. You've got to keep an eye on the channel because we are going to have the full race over the weekend, so you'll be able to see who won. What a day, and thank you to everybody who came down. There were loads of celebrations going on in Italy this weekend at the Italian Grand Prix. McLaren are 50 this year, so they had a big gathering in their motorhome, and they were also celebrating before they even got to Italy. This is them at the McLaren Technology Centre last week.
Wow, that's impressive, isn't it? 50th anniversary for this team. What makes this company great are all these people in rocket red shirts here today.
In 1969, the year that we won all 11 Can-Am races, we actually had 2 drivers and 11 people dealing with the Can-Am cars at the races.
Yeah, it has been fantastic, my first season with such a team. I've been always a fan of McLaren. So I have to say that I'm very proud to be part of this team, and I hope to be part for many more years here.
It won 16 Grand Prix, it raced for 6 seasons and won us 2 World Championships. The MP44, I think, looks as good and as fast as it did when it raced back in 1988. It was the most aerodynamically intricate car we have ever built. It is the McLaren MP4 23.
As a company, automotive, as a group, as a country, as the UK, I think we can all be really proud of what we've achieved on the P1.
You know, when I was growing up, that's when Ayrton and Alan were really fighting it out. To be around in those days when those two were racing head to head in by far superior equipment to anything else out there was a great time in my life. You know, to race for the same team that both those two raced for is very, very special.
We didn't work for Bruce McLaren, we worked with Bruce McLaren. It's down to the people, because the people are the most important thing.
It wasn't just McLaren having a party, Alpine stars were at it as well in Italy. They are celebrating their 50th and had a big party on Sunday night. And you can add Lamborghini into the mix, they are 50 this year as well, and a Porsche 911. But Aston Martin have gone one further. They are 100 this year. It's their centenary. So, unbelievable, so many anniversaries. And then, today, it's also my birthday. Woohoo!
But before you go, Rosanna, I hear it's your birthday.
Oh,
Bring
thanks,
in the
Ben.
cake. Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday, dear Rosanna. Happy birthday to you. Have a good one. See you next week and subscribe for free.
No, I'm ending the piece. He always has an argument about that. Ben, this is for you. Thank you! Fernando? Is it you?